Oh shit.
Are you talking right now?
Nope. Can you hear me now?
I think it's in my settings. Give me a second there.
I wasn't talking a minute ago, so.
There we go. That's right. I had, for some reason, I had it turned down on my phone. Oh, there we go.
It's not a live stream if I'm not cutting it close. Huh? You're all muffled again.
I'm not using my mic instead, and I'm trying to set that up for this.
But it's really hard to understand what you're saying. It's like you're trying to talk through water. Set talk. Yeah, it's still kind of funky, but I can hear you better, I think.
I don't know what else to do here.
What'd you change?
Well, I just went up in my mic settings and
No. What did you change from the last time you were on to this time?
Anything.
Oh, wait. What did you just do?
There we go. I can hear you. You're fucking good. There we go. I can hear you better now.
I could hear you a second ago. You did something a second ago and you came out really clear, and now you're muffled again.
Well, see.
There. When you said... Maybe it's because you're not talking loud enough. Talk.
Well, I am talking. Well, I'm talking at a decent volume.
No, but when you said, well, see, I could hear you perfectly clear, and then you went right back to the muffled stuff.
I don't know. I've been looking over the mic settings, and it's like, yeah, I don't understand why it's missing this. What do you think you did? There you go. Is that anybody?
A little bit.
That was a max out. Oh, it's being maxed out.
Huh?
I said, I have my mic volume maxed out.
It's not your mic volume, it's whatever it's picking up. It's just, I don't know, it's like, I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is.
There's nothing else in there. I know.
Yeah. Well, I'm high-teching it. I now have Bluetooth. I now have Bluetooth earphones in, so now I'm not wired. Though I don't know if it's working. You guys should hear me just fine. It's a matter of whether I can hear you guys. Well, you guys are still... The microphone is still the snowball, so... Haha. Apparently my mic was still on. I never muted it. Alrighty, and welcome to the show. Let me know if you guys can hear me, and in a second we're going to see if you guys can hear Kat, because she all of a sudden lost sound, and I don't know if it's my end or if it's hers. So, anyway, welcome to the podcast, NOVAtazz's Automotive Podcast, episode 20, season 3. I don't even have my other computer open. But anywho, I am up here with the lovely Katrina, but she might be muted. She might have to be speaking sign language. I don't know. All right, guys, it's up to you. Could you hear her, or is it just me? Because I don't know, man. Waiting to hear back from chat. I don't see anything yet. What, you got something? Nope, they can't hear you either. Hey, be nice. It's not their fault. Do you have another, well, I guess we'll see here. No, I'm not, I don't have her on mute. I mean, honestly, I don't. I don't know what's, she was talking a second ago. But, yeah, I had no idea what's going on with that one. But anyway, I guess it's back to just me. Well, hopefully she'll pop back up here in a second. Well, I figured you were joking, Robert. Alright, we'll see you back here in a second, Kat. I don't know where any of the... Not sure who else is going to be joining. I think Chris is not joining tonight. I do believe I got a message from him stating he's out with family tonight, so we won't have Chris. Well, we'll see how the night goes. Either it's going to be a long live stream or it won't. Who knows? Well, we might have a different Chris on. So, we'll see. Oh, so what is everybody up to this week? I'm sorry I took last week off. I got called into work. And, yeah. I had a long night Saturday into Sunday. And I just wasn't feeling it when it came time to the live stream. I was overtired and basically, yeah, was not in a good place. But anywho, we're here this week and hanging out, and we'll see where tonight's goes. I some updates on some vehicles, maybe. I think it was last time that I did get the truck up and going as far as brakes. Anything? No, I don't hear anything. What the hell? Let me see if there's anything I can do. Can mute you. I can unmute you. Edit mic. Echo cancellation. Automatically adjust volume. Take that off. See if that helps. Anything? Speak. Speak, boo-boo, speak. No. We just had you a minute ago. Yeah, it was about, like 14 hours of overtime. Not wanted. I didn't want it. I got forced into it. If Kat's still listening, maybe she could try a different mic or something. I don't know what settings. Maybe go into the settings and see what mic she has active. That might be the problem as well. God damn. Streamlabs, you're just right on it. By the way, if you want any of my classic merch, please be sure to go on and go order it, because I do believe I am going to be revamping my merch store shortly, within the next month or two. I have some cool ideas that I want to get down on paper, but I gotta find the time. Are you popping out grandkids like crazy there, Pilot? Because, like, I could have sworn, like, every live stream you've got another grandkid. It's all them COVID babies. I wonder how many babies are going to be born this year because people got stuck at home. It's got to be me. Well, no, because they said they can't hear you. Let's see. I'm going to reload this page and see if that does it. Anything? No, I still got no sound from... Go into your sound settings. And see what microphone it has, and hit the test button next to where it says microphone and see if it picks up your voice. Hold on. Kat, call me on Facebook. I figured it. So what happens when you have a bunch of adults stuck at home and bored in the same house together. All right. Hi. So, do you have your settings for StreamYard?
Yeah, like I'm looking through them. There isn't a test on it.
So there's a speaker. There's a mic option.
Yeah, I'm in that. And okay. There's not a test. It's just showing the mic working.
Okay, so there's no text next to it. Okay, but what microphone does it say you have going?
Well, right now, because I'm on my computer, because I just tried it on the computer, it's just the one on the computer itself, which is the... Let's try all of these. Okay, no. That one? No, that one doesn't seem like it's working. Try that one. Is that one working? I don't think so.
I don't hear you on my computer.
Okay, so then no, even though it does show it's fucking working.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Yeah, okay. Is this one any better?
no. Like I said, I don't even know if it's my end or what.
They couldn't hear me either. So I don't understand. I haven't changed a thing. Like right now I'm on my computer and I'm usually on my phone, but like I was on my phone when I was trying it earlier.
Yeah, desktop audio, it's not picking up anything. Oh, hold on, let me check the desktop audio here.
And it's not going to be an amazing mic through my computer, but...
Let's try that. Alright, try it now.
Hello? Hello?
No. Alright, try that now.
Hello? Hello? POS.
Anything now?
I think so.
Oh? Can people hear me?
Speak. I hear you. Yeah. I think it was on my end.
All right, so yeah, everybody can hear me now? We're all good?
I think so.
Ah.
We're waiting for a response from the chat. I think so. We got slow chat tonight.
Yeah.
Yay! We got confirmation.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, finally. Yay.
So it was on my end. It was when I hooked the Bluetooth headphones up that it didn't sync the computer audio correctly.
See, I figured it was that because, like, I didn't change anything. See, now I look like a potato because I'm on my computer, but I'm not switching that now.
No, you're fine. You don't look like a potato. I mean, is your resolution as high as it normally is? No, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I can hear you a lot better than I could have on your phone as well. I think the microphone in your phone, it needs to be cleaned out. That was why you were sounding all fishbowl-y.
Possibly, I don't know.
I have to clean mine out once in a while.
Yeah, I haven't had that issue with other people, so.
Yeah. I don't know, or it could have been your bandwidth.
Yeah, that's possible. Because
anyway,
yeah,
we are what? How many minutes in here?
We're 17 minutes past.
17 minutes in, and we're finally. Should we just start over?
We can.
Hello and welcome to NOVAtazz Automotive Podcast, episode 20, season 3. I am here with Katrina's Garage. Not Katrina. We're just gonna stick with Kat. We're just gonna stick with Kat. Kat's Garage. That's what you should change your. You should change your YouTube to just Kat's Garage.
Oh, really? And now you're gonna make a bunch of noise on there, Kat. Really? Ugh.
Yeah, of course. Now that you have sound.
Oh God, I just can't win. Can't win.
No, never. Oh, all right. This is a lovely catastrophe this week. This is what I get for doing. This is what I get for not doing a live stream last week.
Exactly. You know, and then you change stuff up, and it screws with the whole thing.
Well, yeah, that's why I normally don't change anything. But I got tired of being connected by a cord to my speaker over here.
Oh wow!
So now I'm free. I could go anywhere, and as long as I'm within Bluetooth distance of the computer, I can hear everything that's going on. Instead of having my head yanked off when I try to get too far this direction.
Yeah. I just need to turn
All
this
right, let's see.
down.
Let's check the scores in the NOVAtazz cache. Maybe we just need to wipe everybody back to 0.
Well, hey, it'll give me a better chance to actually be in the lead again. Because when you gave out a $1 billion points, I didn't get it, so I'm way behind.
You're not that behind.
Really?
You're only about 50,000 points behind, or 500,000 points behind. You could make that up.
Maybe, but
maybe you never know. There's plenty of ways to increase your point flow.
That's true.
But, you just got to be present.
Yeah, well, I'm not here every week. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, that is the problem. And the whole point of the point system is to benefit the people that are here every week.
Well, I'm here every other week, so there's that.
So it's like I have visitation with you. I get
Basically,
you every other weekend. See?
Yeah, the problem child over here.
All right. What is that, redheaded stepchild? Oh wait, I'm the redheaded stepchild.
I was gonna say I'm blonde. I'm perfect.
Yeah. Pilot says you must be present to win. That's pretty much it. You got to be present to win.
But it's not fair. Come on now.
Somebody needs to remind me during the week when a post office is open to freaking, send out these books, because I always forget. I'm on it on Sunday because I'm here and I remember about it, and then during the week it's all work, and I forget about it, and then they don't go out. Because I still owe Cletus his, because like I said, they're still sitting right here. They haven't gone anywhere. I haven't given them to anybody else. I just haven't sent them out.
Yeah, well, geez, yeah.
I'm a horrible procrastinator.
Yeah, apparently. And you get reminded on Sundays when it's a day before. It's like perfect. You think the night before you'd remember.
Yeah, but then it's the morning. It's in the morning when I gotta go leave that I don't remember.
Okay, fine.
See, therein lies the problem.
Yeah,
yes,
I'll
Robert,
just put like a.
It is. It's gamble all, because I'm not gonna remember in the morning.
Nice.
But it is pretty bad when you guys have so many points that there is no other option but gamble all, because gamble all is still just a drop in the bucket.
Pretty much. Oh, absolutely.
Because yeah, he just lost $1,000.
Well, 10,000.
10,000. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's like those slot games where they give you like all this freaking money, but all the slots are so expensive that the money actually doesn't even mean anything.
Oh yeah, it's like you're a billionaire going to play like $200 craps. Like.
Yeah, it's like the point. The money doesn't matter. You're on a cooldown there, Kat.
Yeah, apparently I'm gambling too much.
No, there's other things you could do to get. There's other things.
This is true.
You could do the gamble. You could do the heist. What are the other ones?
And you can duel, I think.
Yeah, you can duel. Defaults.
I think that's the last. Those are the only ones you can do.
No. You could heist. You could bet. I don't know what we're betting though. Because it's exclamation point bet to register your bet.
Well, see, Pilot, you talk about your stripes on your caddy. Oh,
I'd have to make I don't know. I guess I would have to make something to do that one. Probably. Yeah, there's gamble. There's 8-ball. Slots. You forgot slots. Exclamation point slots.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, there's slots too, and dual.
Well, and to Pilot's thing of saying, his stripes look really good on his Cadillac, but the problem is none of us can see it.
Yeah, I know.
You
You don't have social media.
Yeah, like, come on now. Ooh, hey, somebody I haven't seen in the chat. Rust Belt Mechanic. How's it going?
Oh my god. No, I haven't seen Rust Belt in I don't know how long. He's got I just saw something he was doing the other day. Of course, now that it's like now, I don't have it off the top of my head, but I just saw one of his videos the other day. I haven't joined his live streams in I don't know how long. Oh. Yeah, and I don't have Chris didn't send them to me, so I can't see them.
Yeah, and he didn't put them in the chat, so I can't see them.
Okay, so Kat got Dolphin, Heart Pulse, and Dolphin. You lost 10,000.
Yeah,
it seems to just be a faster way to lose money.
Exactly, it probably is. I don't care.
Rust Belt, I completely understand that sentiment about finally having a moment to take a breath. Between house hunting and work and everything else, we really haven't had much time to do anything either. What did you call that command there?
Yeah.
Either of them. You got fat fingers all of a sudden?
Apparently. I'm off my game tonight.
Well, you can tell. You keep losing.
Hey, I won!
It takes a second more for it to pop up on my screen.
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah.
By the way, I have to congratulate Robert's Garage for staying on the Stream Boss for as long as he has.
That's impressive.
It's been what, a month and a half now?
Yeah, he was the Stream Boss, because the last time obviously, and then the time before that, and even the time before that, I'm pretty sure he was Stream Boss. So yeah, that would have been 6 weeks ago.
Yeah. Rust Belt, hopefully I will be doing that shortly. We went and looked at another house today that didn't pan out. Every house that we have found so far that meets everything that we're looking for and we put an offer in, we've been beat out by a conventional or cash offer. And I mean, like today we went and looked at a house. The house was absolutely gorgeous. It was big, it was open, but the garage had a wooden floor. And although it was an oversized 2-bay garage door, inside they had a pole in the middle with a wooden floor, which means I couldn't even I had just enough room to open the garage, car doors, but that's it. I would have had no room in front of or behind the car or next to it. So it's a park your car only garage.
Oh, so like my situation, except for I don't have a garage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now I have no garage. I have the street. That's what I have. I don't even have a driveway. I have the street.
Well, to be fair, both of my dad's vehicles are in the driveway, which is the '78 Civic and his Magnum, and then my 2 Mustangs are up front. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, so this garage, it had the double oversized garage door, but as soon as you went to go pull in, there's a metal 4x4 post right in the middle of the freaking garage.
Well, I would just knock that out.
No, because it most likely is supporting the roof of the garage. Hence the reason why it's there.
Who needs support?
But the other thing is like I said, the garage floor was also wood.
Yeah, that's bizarre to me.
I don't know how much weight that would hold, and it was only 6 feet tall.
Oh yeah, there's not a lot. It is.
It's not big enough. It wasn't big enough at all.
No, I mean, I don't even think your truck would fit in there.
No, my truck would not have fit in there. Not even if maybe if I aired the tires all the way down.
That's sad.
But yeah, so there was not big enough to work it. It was big enough to park a car in. It was big enough to park 2 cars in, but that was it. So, I mean, and Jess was upset because, again, we walked away from another house. And why? Because it didn't have a garage that met her requirements. or my requirements. But yeah, so it just sucks because houses that we find that we like either don't accept an FHA loan or are way too much, or we get beat out at the when we put in an offer, they take somebody else's offer over ours. So we'll just keep looking. We'll find one at one point, but until then, I don't have a garage to work in, and it is what it is. New one is amazing, but we've got 10 and a half acres and multiple buildings to take care of. Yeah, honestly, I kind of wish I had that problem, but I don't.
Oh God, yeah. If I had that'd be amazing. Because right now, like, okay, I live in a trailer that is not even a double wide; it's a single wide, and I think it's only 14 wide. It's small. It's like 14 by 70. I think.
Yeah, like Jess, that would have been perfect. She likes small houses. I'm the one that likes the big. I'm the one that likes the big open spaces. I like big, like, open floor plan homes. I want to be able to see. You know what I mean? I don't want to feel like I'm in a little box. But yeah, I mean, the thing is it's the housing market right now just sucks. People are getting way more than what their houses are worth, and which sucks for somebody like us that is on the lower end of what we can afford. And so what happens is you get beat out for houses that aren't even worth as much as people are paying for them. What last year would have sold for $60K is selling for over $100K this year. It's just stupid.
Oh yeah, like the prices of stuff has gone up, and only because at this point you can get loans pretty much for like prime, and that's it. It's amazing because of that.
Yeah,
but the problem is
our interest right now. Our interest rate is like 2 something, if that.
Yeah, like I know my buddy, he moved from here to Olds, which is not far away, to be honest. It's only like 40 kilometers away. But he bought his house for just prime, and prime was 0.72%. Like, how the hell do you do that? That's amazing. So yeah.
Rust Belt says it takes 6.5 hours of mowing and 2.5 hours of trimming and weed eating. I think the problem is you need a bigger lawnmower. I think that if you had one of those pull behinds, or the pull behinds from a tractor, or something like a Kubota with a big deck on the front, I think it would probably take a lot less time.
Or you could just use a flamethrower. Just get rid of it.
Yeah, just pave it all.
Yeah, there you go. See, make a racetrack around your property with just pave.
Yeah, that too. Rust Belt. Yep, and that's another reason why it's. Like I've told Jess, if we find a nice property that has enough space to build a garage, we can look at that, and it doesn't have to have a garage on it right away. But the problem is again, if we get the house without the garage, how long is it going to take me before I can affordably build a garage on the property because of the price of materials right now?
Well, see, the only thing I can think of is if you do it to where instead of having like a proper garage, have one of those pop-up style that last, maybe about 5 years or something like that are kind of cheap. But do one of those temporarily.
Kat, I live in an area like you.
Yeah.
It cold. It doesn't do me any between the cold and the heat. Okay, during the summer, it's too hot to have one of those because you need to have air conditioning. And during the winter, it's too cold. So I'd only be able to be out in the garage in the spring and in the fall. Because it gets way too hot in the summer and it gets way too cold in the winter.
I get that, but the problem is I've always worked on my car outside. I've never had a garage, period. So it didn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if it's plus 35 or minus 40. I've been working on my car in both.
Right, but if I'm going to have a garage, I want it to alleviate those problems.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point of having one?
You could just get some ice and a big-ass fan. I don't know.
Not to mention, I want to do body work, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I want an enclosed space, because if I start stripping the Nova, and all the moisture in the air is just going to make it instantly flash rust.
Yeah, that can. I guess it depends where you are. I suppose if it is that bad, then yeah. Because where I am, it's not so bad.
I'm in northeast America, which, yeah, our cars run around with giant rust holes in them because the weather just sucks that bad out here for cars. Our interiors stay perfectly mint, but all of the metal on our cars tends to disintegrate. Whereas if you're out west, you have the opposite problem. The bodies of the cars are immaculate shape, and the interiors are just completely dry rotted.
See, the problem is I'm in between that because I am far enough north to where it gets so damn cold that it screws with your car anyways. And we also get, the snow. We also get it stupid hot. And it doesn't help anything. Like, our interiors go, the bodies of the cars, especially Japanese cars, are all but gone. Like, you can't win here.
No.
At least if you're west, your interior's nice. But that's it.
Yeah, that's our problem up here. You either get good interiors because you're out west or down south, or you have good interiors and crappy body.
Yeah.
Rust Belt says the only thing I would take it is a second zero turn, which or lessen the amount of trees on the property, or just don't mow where the trees are at.
There you
Natural
go.
forest.
Yeah, which just get one of those like those combine. Well,
ones. he says his problem is there's so many trees that they can't get one with a bigger deck because they can't fit it through the trees.
There's this wonderful thing called a chainsaw.
Yeah. Did I just hear the Kim Possible freaking ringtone?
You probably did, yeah.
I can't
hear it through my headphones.
It's a shame that I know what that is. But then again, I do have two sisters.
Yes. I just did that, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. So.
Yeah. I guess I'm a little east of the Ohio Rust Belt, but I'm still in the Appalachia Mountains. But yeah.
Well, see, I can see the mountains from where I am. They're about an hour from me.
I'm in
them. Yeah, that's
literally in them. All of these towns up here are literally nestled in the valley of all the mountains. So you just to get to the next town over, you got to go over or in between a mountain to get to the next town.
Yeah, see, that's no fun. Like, if we go into BC, you have to do that, but not here. It's not so bad.
No. This is what they call coal country. So it's they pick up a lot of there's a crap ton of coal mines where I'm at. In fact, there's literally one at the bottom of my town. So my town's literally up on a hill. And if I look out my door down the hill, you can literally see the coal mine on the other side of the main road.
Oh shit. I might. The thing is, a friend of mine that I have not officially met yet, and I've known him for like 2 years,
is nearby.
Yeah. He usually is like hours away from me. So I just told him, like, yeah, I could jump off this and come see you. I don't care. Like,
I'm being ditched. Sorry. Oh my god.
I am sorry.
I don't care. I can ditch this loser live stream.
Yeah, I don't mean it like that, but yeah. So I depends. We'll see with him.
Rust Belt, you'll get there eventually. I mean, there's a fine balance of too many trees versus just enough trees. Oh, alcohol. This might be a short live stream anyway, because it all depends on how many people we get to hop on here or not.
That's fair. I mean, we have done ones with just the two of us late, but...
It depends on the conversation. The more conversation between the chat and up here on screen, the longer I'll stay on. But if it gets dry, I don't see the point. It's not beneficial to the people in the chat nor is it beneficial to me.
Oh, for sure. I get that.
I'm not very good at being a host by myself up here because there's not that instant interaction. And I find waiting for somebody to reply in the chat really dry.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. Like I've had those before. Like I've done other live streams, not on YouTube, but like on Facebook and stuff like that in the past, and I've never had an issue doing them myself because I never had anybody else to talk to other than people in the chat. So I would just mostly talk to myself, and it didn't matter. Like, but actually, something that is kind of annoying because the '78 Civic, I got the thing running finally. I say finally, but we only had it for a week. But there's now another issue. A couple of issues.
What's your issue?
Well,
there's always another issue.
I know, right? One, it no longer has spark, and the fuel pump died.
Well, the spark one might be easier to... Well, is the fuel pump electric, or is it manual?
It's a mechanical, but the problem is, a brand new fuel pump that's mechanical for one of those, it is $172.
What about rebuilding the one you have?
Rebuild kits are almost non-existent, but I mean, if I could find one, I would do it.
Well, and sometimes you could. Sometimes if it's like the diaphragm, sometimes you can make your own diaphragm. If you get the material they're made out of and cut your own. You could probably find other, we're all on YouTube. You could probably find YouTube videos of people rebuilding fuel pumps and stuff because there's a lot of classic cars out there that they don't make fuel pumps for.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
The other option you can do is to go with an electric fuel pump.
Oh, yeah. And that's probably the way to go because there are lots of electric fuel pumps out there. There's it's a direct replacement. Just the only thing is we need to custom fab our own block-off plate. But that's fine.
It's probably just take a flat piece of steel and cut out the shape and get some gasket maker and
that's basically what we do. Yeah. Oh, I know. It's just one other thing too. And what's stupid about the Civics, I don't know why. The 1200 Civics that are the manuals, they have two fuel filters. One is up front in the engine bay where it should be. The other one is in behind the rear seat. It's weird. So weird. I don't know why it has two. Like, why do you need two fuel filters? I don't get it. But, yeah, it does happen, because I didn't know about that until somebody told me. Just like, wait, what? And I look up behind the seat. Hey, look, there's a fuel filter. Why? Makes no sense. Which, oddly enough, that might just be where we mount the fuel pump. But...
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have the fuel filter that's up by the carb, and then there's a fuel filter inline back by the tank in both my Trans Am and my Nova. Not to mention the fuel filter in the tank. So, you can never have too many fuel filters as long as they don't clog.
Well, I'm pretty sure that orange one had never been replaced. So.
We have a new person that has never joined our live stream today. We have Jeff from the Mighty TA YouTube channel. And this will be his first time joining. So I would like you guys all to give a round warm welcome to Jeff. And we'll pop him in right now. Welcome aboard, Jeff.
Hey, gang.
Hey. Wow. So a new person.
He is restoring a Trans Am like the one I have in the background. You're actually you got the thing basically running and driving pretty well, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you still doing interior work, or is this like the final stretch? Because it was not running on all cylinders. Didn't find that out until like a day or two later, but got it to the point to where it would drive under its own power. We drove it home. So, I mean, geez, if I would have known revival videos would be so popular, my God, that would have been a hit. But
oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say something that's so funny is I get these people all the time because you know how I actually get majority of the views is I spam the hell out of my videos wherever I can, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what you got to do.
And And the thing is, I had these people on my revival video of the Civic of saying, "Oh, who cares?" There was one. I had about 500 views on the video at that point, and just like, well, this is how many people cared. And then another guy did it, and there was 1,300 views on the video. Just like, this is how many people cared. You know, I love when people do that. It's glorious because
you're gonna have, if you think about it, just statistically, you know, out of 1,000 views, how many of them are going to be negative? I mean, you can't have 1,000 views and them all be positive.
Yeah, so, exactly. I don't care. Like the thing is, when they do that, I just like to troll them just by taking a screenshot of all the views and going, "That's how many people care."
Right.
Because I wouldn't get those views otherwise. Like, yeah, and that video has one of the highest viewer, like how long they actually watch the video. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah, so
it's at about 5. Yeah, it's at about 5 minutes. The video is about 10 minutes long, so they don't actually get to see it run. But hey, whatever. Because that happens at the very end of the video.
It also depends on whether or not they skip through it, because they may have to skip to the end.
Because it's full on 10 minutes of us spraying starter fluid down it, crank, starter fluid, crank.
Jeff, I'm not sure if you are watching the live stream or at least have the live stream chat from YouTube up. But if you want to follow people's comments, just open the live stream up in YouTube.
So I can do this on I can do this on YouTube. Like I said, I'm new to this thing. I haven't even been doing YouTube for, I want to say 6 months, and I only have 125 subs. I'm all new to the whole gang.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there. Between us and some other, I can hook you up with some other people on Instagram and stuff to help push your content. In fact, Robert's Garage, who is in here somewhere, he's really good at pushing. Huh?
Oh yeah, like well, I don't know if he's still here or not. It's only showing 2 people in the chat.
We'll see.
But
anyway.
I have to go pick up my cameraman. He just got off of work. He just sent me a message that he needs picked up. So how late is this show going to be on tonight?
It all depends. It depends on how active it is. If it dies, well, then I'll be off sooner. But we're here every Sunday anyway, and I'll send you the link every Sunday, so you can just pop in. I always run this as almost like an open mic. You can pop in, pop out whenever you want. If I see you popping down below, I'll pop you up on the screen. I send a link every Sunday around 8:30 my time. I don't know where you're exactly at.
I'm in Ohio. You're in Pittsburgh, right?
No, I'm probably more central PA, so about 4 hours east of Pittsburgh. Closer to Harrisburg.
I used to be a truck driver, so I know pretty much everywhere.
All right. I'm between Wilkes-Barre and Reading. So right on 81, right off of 81. Yep. So
first ticket I ever got was in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Ran over a stop sign.
Well, that's not good.
With a trailer.
Yeah, I'm about an hour south of Wilkes-Barre on 81. So
it is some pretty country up that way.
It is pretty. Very hard to find a house right now, but it's pretty.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, normally when we're on here, you have to be on the StreamYard site like you are right now to be up on screen in YouTube because of the way that I do my YouTube my live stream. But if you want to follow the chat from the live stream, we also have you open up the live stream on YouTube, and then you can follow the chat because the chat doesn't show up here on StreamYard the way that I do it. If you're joining somebody else that uses StreamYard, a lot of the times if they're streaming straight to YouTube from StreamYard, you'll see the chat up on your it'd be on your right, I think. If you're
I got to go pick him up, so I can click over to YouTube and you guys will be on there.
Yeah, if you're on my YouTube channel,
I should be.
Yeah, you can see if we're still live. If we're not live, then whatever. If we are live and you want to pop back up on screen, click that link that I sent you earlier, and it'll bring you right back here, and I can pop you in.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys a little bit later.
All right. See you later, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yep. Bye.
Okay, so his channel was called The Mighty TA. and he's been doing basically bringing this car back to running, driving, good condition. So basically just another car build channel.
Yeah.
He's got some really good content. They're learning as they go.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm doing with the Civic. So.
Yeah, basically, and what I was doing with the Nova and the TA before I ran into, workspace issues. Which unfortunately, a lot of you guys that are have joined my YouTube channel in the last couple of years, you haven't seen any of that unless you go back through my videos, because I haven't had the space and the time to work on them. Which hopefully, like I said, get a house, and hopefully that changes.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't gone that far back, so I've seen your other ventures, which have been, it's funny. It's not about a podcast, and you see the other stuff that you do. It's like, okay, that's different.
Well, I mean, like, I used to do a lot of car stuff. And before I started my YouTube channel, I built that Nova from a bone stock. I think it had like 63,000 miles on it with an inline 6, and I built it into the V8, resto drag car that it was before I had to take it off the road. And I did all of that before YouTube. Just did that because it's what I wanted, and it was my daily driver at the same time. So it was crank on it on the weekends and drive it to work during the week.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing that people will ask me, well, why don't I just, because that 302 that I have, now that actually, because my convertible is listed, but I don't know if it'll actually sell or not, or if I'll even get rid of it, to be honest, but it is listed. And the thing is, the original plan was to put that 302 that I have, which has like over 400 horsepower, into that, but the problem is it's a convertible. With the flex of a convertible and that kind of power, I'd be kind of worried about it.
Put a mini cage in it.
Well, I don't want to do that, because the thing is, like, it's a really nice 3-owner car that
I'm not saying put a full-on race cage in it.
No, but honestly, what I would probably do is put subframe connectors in it instead.
But the problem with the subframe connectors are you still don't have any rigidity in the top half of the car, because you have nothing connecting the front to the back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. We'll see exactly what I do with that for sure, and or whether or not I sell that car and find something else.
Or just find another. It's got a 4-cylinder in it, right?
No, 6.
Oh, it's a 6.
Yeah, and like the thing is, if you have any of the Mustangs, are really easy to swap out the motor to a V8 if it has the 4-banger, the V6, or even if it's another V8, of course.
Well, I don't think you would have an issue with dropping the V8 in it, because my ex-friend, he had a 89 Mustang LX convertible with the 302 in it. It was a 302 with I think a 4-speed manual in it.
Well, pretty sure. If it was a stock 302, yeah, that's fine. But this is over 400 horsepower.
Yeah, that's a lot of horsepower.
Yeah, it's quite a bit for that little car. And with all that, so that's the concern there. But people have asked me, well, like, why don't you just put that in my in Stitch, which is my coupe? And because I kind of want
that.
It's a little harder to do in that one because it's an inline 6 car instead of a V6 car, but you can still do it.
But the thing is, what you could do is you could put the 302 in Stitch, and then put the inline engine in the convertible.
Oh,
which
God,
one is the V6 is the one that's got the motor issues, right?
Yeah, it does. That would be That would be super screwy. Oh God, how many people would go why to that?
Because it's what I had. A lot of those. Because it's what I had.
Oh, I know, but there is so much that you would actually have to cause you'd have to swap the K members between the two cars to do that.
You already have to have them out to drop the engines, wouldn't you?
No, you can pull the engines out at the top. Pretty easy.
Which is easier, to pull them out of the bottom or out of the top?
It's not pulling out of the top is so much easier. Like, if you have like a big block, stupid, yeah, it's a little easier to drop it down to the bottom, but it's, there's plenty of room under the engine base.
What you could do is you could get a crate engine for the convertible. And like just a crate 302.
Yeah, with what money?
Well, the money you sold the other engines with.
Those engines aren't worth much, believe me. That 3.8 is worth nothing, except for like maybe $100 to school to be like, hey, you can disassemble this motor. And then inline six, the only thing that's worth money is the head. That's it. But I want to build my inline six though in that car because it is a very unusual car, being a notchback with the inline six and the options that it had. Then
if you're not going to use the 302, why don't you sell that 302 to get a new engine for the Vert?
Because it's not actually my engine yet.
That'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. Like the thing is, technically, I'd be getting the engine for free because he was going to charge me $300 for this engine, which is a smoking deal on it. But the thing is, he owes me $500 for a bet we made, so he'd be giving me that plus mufflers, and there we go. That's
if I wasn't going to use it, I'd still sell it because that could get you money to save your Vert.
Yeah, well, I'll probably just end up putting the 302 in that and saying screw it, and just putting subframe connectors and maybe a roll bar for the convertible.
Like I said, a mini roll cage, a roll bar, something to connect the from the front firewall to the back seats, just to keep some rigidity in the car.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking one of those like almost sort of like a crash bar, but an actual roll bar that goes into the trunk area because you can't use the trunk anyways on a convertible.
No, but like I said, I would. It's not that you have to do anything, but I would still put a bar from that center hoop to the front, to the front floorboard because to connect somewhere into the front frame, just to keep the car from flexing.
Yeah, I will say exactly what I do, 100%. Because I'm not set on anything yet, and it might just be that I sell that, and because something else that I'm looking for right now, and I've kind of put feelers out, is for 68 to 72 Fairlane or Torino. So
you're looking for one of those to build, or
put that 302 in that.
Oh, there you go.
Like it would be so much better off doing it that way. And
there's an absolutely gorgeous like 71 to 73 Mustang Coupe, white with a black stripe down the side of it, that sits like on my way to work that I see all the time. And I like that body style. I have the fastbacks.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's got the same stripe as this one.
Okay.
But it's a coupe. It's not the fastback.
Yeah. See, the coupes are now. Is that the proper coupe or is that the grande coupe?
No, it's I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. It doesn't have a soft top on it or a vinyl top, if that's what you're asking. I don't know if that's what the grande had.
No, the Grandes were interesting because they had a different style line for the back end, but also the front ends were a little longer too. And that's just...
I don't know. I guess you could call it a notchback or whatever, but instead of it sloping back, it just comes down and then back.
Yeah. Okay.
I would consider that a standard coupe.
It probably is. Because also the Grandes had nicer interiors and stuff like that too. But
I'm not that close to it. It's in a parking lot on the side of the road, and its parking lot mate is a 3rd gen GTA. I think they're owned by the same people because I'll see a van that gets parked there where one of those two are, and one of those two cars will be missing. So I'm pretty sure that somebody's storing them in that parking lot, and then they'll just drive like their regular daily van up there and then pick up one of those two cars to go driving. Because it's always the same van, but one of those two cars is always missing if that van's there.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
That's my assumption. I mean, I'm no Sherlock Holmes, but
it's a fair assumption. So
that's what I would do. You know, if I had, I mean, depending on where I move, I'm going to probably have to have somewhere to store the cars that aren't on the property, because if I get a space, if we get a house that literally the garage is butts right up to the street, the most I'll be able to probably have there is 2 cars that are not on the road. So most likely one of the cars will always have to be in a storage unit somewhere. You know, and if not a trailer as well, because if I have the cars at a storage unit, most likely I'm going to end up having to get a trailer for the truck to be able to go pick them up in. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, no, I get that.
There's only been a few properties that we have looked at that has had the ability for me to be able to pull the cars, like to have the cars up in the yard or something on the property.
Yeah, and we'll see. It's something that was interesting. Now it seemed like that because where we are, you know, we don't own the land here, right? It's just a trailer park. And so the owner of the trailer park, you know, she was talking to us a few days ago as we were working on the Civic, and she was mentioning that, like, you know, if anybody complains, you know, I will have to have you guys, you know, get rid of these vehicles.
Damn Karens.
Yeah, like, the thing is, technically, we're only allowed to have 2 vehicles. We have 4. Yeah. Whatever. You know, we're not impeding anybody. We're not being a nuisance. Like,
yeah. Well, technically, I'm not supposed to be working on my truck in the front yard either. But I mean, in the front of the house. But you know, nobody's complained. So I just kind of watch my P's and Q's and just kind of keep it on the down low and just kind of do my thing. I mean, I've got the truck to the point to where it runs and drives and everything. I just need to fix the horn. I need to replace the master cylinder cap because we got excited and we went for a test drive and I forgot that I didn't put the cap back on the master cylinder. And it's probably somewhere on the side of the road somewhere because it's not in the engine bay. So I'll have to get that replaced. And I got to find bolts to bolt the front axle, the front drive shaft back in, because I don't have any of the bolts for where it connects into the transfer case.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. That truck's been apart for 4 years and we've moved twice. So I don't know where those parts are at. And for all I know, they could still be in the garage that I had to vacate quite rapidly.
Yeah, it's possibly. It's like
I'm waiting for missing parts for the TA as well because again, same thing. The TA's been apart for how long, and we've moved several times.
We'll see. And actually, something interesting because you mentioned the cap for the master cylinder. On the Civic, it's actually rubber, which is weird. But
the whole thing is rubber?
No. Just the cap itself is rubber. It's not plastic.
Well, the one on the truck it's a plastic cap with a rubber inside.
Yeah, see, this is a rubber cap with a, you know, and then the rest of it's metal. It's really weird.
So that wait, the rest of the master cylinder is metal, or the rest of the cap is metal?
No, the rest of the master cylinder is metal, and then the cap itself is rubber. Pretty cool, actually.
How's it hold on?
Oh, it's like
stretchy.
Yeah, you know, it just stretches over.
It's a friction fit.
Yep. Which there are so many weird things like that on that car.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I mean, if you come to think of it, I don't even know why. Like my Nova and the TA, they have a metal cap with a rubber inside, and then they have that big like spring that you got to snap over top of the cap. That Nova that you had should have had one of those.
Yeah, it did. Well, I think it does. I probably. It's been a while.
But the funny thing is I never understood why you needed such a strong spring to hold down that cap when there really isn't any pressure.
No, like
in
a master cylinder, there's hardly any pressure. You've got
not in the
maybe
reservoir.
10 psi.
Down underneath, yes, but not in the reservoir.
No, exactly. Like, you know, like you might have 5 psi.
Yeah. Not enough for that. Not enough to require that much.
No, exactly. Like
I can see something popped up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was reading that.
Yeah, just lost sound. Probably his signal. All right. Well, if anybody else is saying that they don't have any sound from us, let me know. As far as my end, it says I still got mic volume. Kat, can you talk? Let me see if there's sound coming from your end.
Yeah, hello.
Yep, definitely got sound coming from your end too. So, in fact, actually, I'm gonna go back and let it automatically adjust. Oh, it is already doing that. Okay, cool. It has it automatically adjusting your volume.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I had it off for a little while, thinking that was part of what was giving you the screwy thing from earlier, but
yeah.
All right, Pilot. It's got to be his end because Pilot says he's got sound.
Yeah, I figured. It's usually just on one person's end.
Yeah. Oh, it feels really weird not having the whole crew here.
I
did get confirmation. Chris is out with family.
Yeah, I saw that.
Elliot said that he's not going to be able to make it tonight. And then I did get a message from the other Chris, but he never got back to me after that. So I don't know if he said he was going to try to be on soon.
Yeah, and I mean, and then you probably saw. Well, I put up on Instagram and I tagged a few people of just saying to do it because Teen Mechanic loves these, but he always forgets that they happen. And
well,
to be fair,
the thing is if he subscribed to the channel and hit the bell icon, it would notify him.
Oh yeah, I know.
There's my YouTube plug. I just snuck it in there.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he's subscribed or not. He might be.
Why
no idea.
Not?
I don't know.
We're really entertaining, aren't we?
Hey, I would think so.
With our whopping 2 viewers.
Yeah. Hey. Well, I can up our viewers.
I absolutely appreciate the 2 of you that are here. And if Kat was smart, Kat would put a couple text messages into the group chat right now. Kat,
well,
if you were smart, you'd put in a couple text messages into the chat real quick. There's your only hint. Pilot's going to get a little bit more richer. Well, in fake cash. So I think we got Kat, Pilot, and Jeff. I think maybe. You gotta actually. I don't know if that counts. You did say meow. Okay, that works.
Yeah, I said meow.
Let's see.
I've lost every single time I've done those slots.
What?
I've lost every single time I've done those slots.
Yeah, I have no idea how they work.
Well, what's dumb is that I got wolf, and I still lost. What?
Well, I don't know which ones are. I don't know what is winning. So.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's an easy way just to lose your money. But that's slots in a nutshell.
Okay. Well, here's some fake points. Where are you at, by the way? Here, click top. Oh, you have 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. No, I need to add an extra 0 to that. There we go. There. Now everybody that's here should get some decent points.
Hey, Bert. I need to move just for a second.
Yeah, it worked. Though there's no way you guys didn't realize that the points jump was that fucking big.
Yeah, I just kind of saw that. What the hell?
Well, here I can fix some because that's just ridiculous.
Well, I'm okay with that because it actually gives me a chance to actually catch up.
Well, no, I'm fixing it. Because I can do things. I got a little too happy with the points thing at some point.
Yeah, you did. You gave out I think it was 1 billion points at one point.
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, because I was part of that live stream. I remember you doing that. And the thing is, because I hadn't talked in the chat in like 5 minutes, I didn't get it. So.
That's okay.
So
everybody's a little more attainable now.
Okay, well, now I need to look. Let's see where they're at.
I can give you your guys's... Pilot is, if we go by how many hours people have watched the live stream, Pilot has 36 hours. Followed by Miss Formy at 24, Robert's Garage at 22, Cat's Garage at 21, Stuff with Cletus at 17. I still don't know how Elliot only has 8.
But that's what makes sense.
Because Elliot's always here. He only has 8 hours.
Oh.
And Firebird Nation is always here. He's only got 6 hours.
Well, mind you, does that count with if he's not like active in the chat? Does that count?
It should. It should, because it should still be count. But I don't know.
But I mean, like, but if he's just on, like, he does a little bit of the stuff depending on if he's driving or not.
Well, yeah.
If he's just straight talking, if it's just a StreamYard, that doesn't count, right?
Well, no, because normally he's watching the live stream as well. Because that's how he follows the chat.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how he did that.
Same way everybody does, because I don't go live from stream. Like, if I went live through StreamYard, you would see the chat on the right. But because I never click the go live button, it doesn't bring up the chat.
Oh, that's fair.
Because even me, I have to play the live stream to see the chat, even though technically I have it there and I have it over here. I do technically think I can get it through Streamlabs, but it never freaking works right. Let me see. Actually, I don't think I have it bringing up the chat at all, because I know that it never freaking works right, so there was no point in having it. But yeah, I have found my workarounds and what works and what doesn't.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Like, yeah. You know, I'll be doing these soonish, because I'm getting pretty damn close to be able to do this off my phone, because I don't want this potato.
Yeah, you're almost.
Resolution.
Yeah, you're almost at. Well, the thing is, if you use something like StreamYard, you can go live off of your phone now, because you're not technically. It doesn't see you using your phone. It's receiving a signal from StreamYard. Oh, see, that's the workaround. They don't let you go live on your phone straight from YouTube.
Well, honestly, I don't mind waiting until 1,000, because I'm like right there. You know, yeah. I'm at 944, I think. So.
Yeah, I've got I'm at 2350, somewhere around there.
Which, you know, when I first started doing these with you guys, I think I was at like 600. So
yeah, you were kind of chilling there.
Oh yeah, and you know, I keep working at it, so it's fun.
And that's what you got to do.
Oh yeah, well, like on my last, on my last video, which was I think that was the car meet video. Yeah, the one I did, where all I did was all the vehicles at the car meet, except for one I missed, unfortunately, but that's okay. I just did a quick little walk around and saying what I thought I knew about some of them, which turns out some of the information was totally wrong. That's okay.
Hey, but that's you learned. You know, you're not saying that I know this for a fact. It's I think, and that also increases your like comment section communication, because if you're asking for information or you're whatever, you're encouraging people to interact with you in the chat, which then will also promote your video as well.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like, because there was one that I knew I got the information wrong. Just kept talking to the guy afterwards, but that's not the right motor in that, because it was a 78 F-150 super cab long box, like some big ass truck, 4x4. I thought because it was a camper special that it had a 460. Well, no, it's actually a 400, which surprised me because usually they were 460s, so that was option weird. But
yeah, a little
nice truck
underpowered.
though.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
2351. Just
Yeah,
over.
you're a little higher. Yeah, you're a little higher than I am.
But yeah, my sub rate is a lot lower than yours. You know, like a lot of these newer channels that have been coming on, they don't take much to pass me. Because they're pumping out content faster than I could. B, they also, like I said, they're a newer channel, so they're gonna get more push anyway. I've been around forever.
Yeah, I mean, my first video on my channel was like 6 years ago, but I don't really count that because...
No, it's when you start actively...
Yeah.
You know.
Like, there was a 30-second video that I did of my dad's D150 running. Like, it wasn't much. And that video somehow has like 500 views. Doesn't make sense to me.
Hey, Jesse.
But whatever.
Jesse just popped in to join us.
Oh, hello, Jesse.
Yeah, the funny thing is, this is technically how my live streams have gone. The first hour tends to be not as whatever, and then like the hour between like 10 and 11 or 10 and 12 normally picks up.
Well, yeah, normally, especially when it's just me and you, we just talk for the first hour, and then people start jumping in the chat.
Yep. But welcome aboard, Jesse. You got a new truck. What'd you get?
Ooh, new track. Ooh.
I mean, I love his Bronco. I love the blue.
65. Oh, so is that the 65?
You guys get to see it before I do it.
Yeah, is that the unibody trucks? I'm trying to remember, or is that earlier than that? Can't remember.
Well, they had a unibody truck?
Yeah, Ford did.
Ugh.
I'm not sure if that was the F-250, though. That may have been the only...
I'm going to have to pull it up real quick. See what a 65 F-250 looks like.
I know what they look. They're a good-looking truck, honestly.
I don't know what they look like off the top of my head.
Yeah. This is what I deal with all the time, so yeah. Like, I'm always looking at stuff for sale, and I see those all the time. Okay, early 60s. That's what I thought, but I couldn't remember for sure.
Ooh, I bet she's pretty. I just pulled up a bunch of them.
Yeah, they're a good-looking truck.
Yeah, that's nice. It's sharp-looking. I wish I could say I got new stuff, but no. I fixed a bike today. That's my accomplishment for the day. Pulled a bike that was in our basement when we moved in that was covered in dust, pulled it up, figured out what it needed. It doesn't need it much. It just needs some adjustment stuff and put air in tires, and I'm going to have to replace the brake pads on them because they're shot, but other than that, it seems to be okay.
Well, bicycle or motorcycle?
A bicycle.
Okay.
You think I'm pulling you think I'm pulling a motorbike up out of my basement?
Hey, trust me, I've seen that.
I'm a fat dad. There is no freaking way I'm doing that.
I've seen guys fatter than you with that shit in their basement.
In the basement, maybe, but pulling it up out of a freaking, like one of those Bilco doors. No, that ain't happening. I mean, I would have had to have been snorting some major coke for that to happen.
I wouldn't judge.
Jesse, you could put a picture on my Discord, but I won't be able to see it right away. Wheeling up the steps. No, it's me and Jess are going back to Wildwood in a couple weeks, and we wanted we've realized really quickly bike transportation down there is a major plus because we did an average of 10 miles of walking. No, I would say an average of 8 miles of walking for the week that we were down there per day. And our feet hated us.
I feel that because I
got tendonitis in one of my feet.
Ooh. Ouch.
And that was only like the second or third day in, and we were there for like 6 days. Yeah, so and it took me another like 2 weeks to get it to go away. So not doing that again.
Hey, Jeff's camera guy's here.
Jeff's Cameras guy.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Jeff's Cameras guy. Yeah, I recognize that name from Facebook.
That's
Welcome
funny.
aboard, Jeff's Camera guy. Is Jeff down in the thingy or no?
He said he had sound issues before, I think.
Well, he said he couldn't hear us.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with StreamYard. You don't need to hear us, because if you're hearing us in the live stream, it means you have the sound on the live stream, and we'll have major echo issues.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
Remember, you gotta mute the YouTube video so that way we don't hear an echo.
Yeah, well that's why this is muted down here.
Well, yeah. What is? Oh, is that a magnet?
It's a magnet. Pointer? Yes.
I thought you were an alien and started growing antennas out your fingers. You're gonna mess with that camera.
I know.
Imagine you stick that. Can you imagine you stick that magnet near the camera and it just starts distorting the camera?
Yes, I don't want that to happen. That's not even my computer, so.
Well, I mean, the good thing is you don't have to worry about magnets near your computers as much as you did before, because we've gotten away from the magnet disk hard drives, unless you still have a spin hard drive. If you have a spin hard drive, no magnets near your computer whatsoever.
Yeah, it just shouldn't. This is new enough to where it should.
Right. If it has an SSD or a flash memory, then it doesn't need to worry about that, because they're not affected by magnets. He is driving at the moment. I would rather be driving this behind me, but it's down in Lancaster still, hiding underneath a tarp. Hopefully in pretty. I have to ask Chris if he can check on that, because they have a camera that watches that, so he can see the car on camera. Because obviously Chris is nowhere near that. Chris is nowhere near the storage unit, and neither am I. That car is probably 150 miles away from me right now.
Yeah, that's no fun. I was gonna say, my car right now, because with my coupe, it was hemorrhaging oil bad. And I figured out what it was. Yeah,
it was the oil pressure sending unit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The actual where the sensor plugs in, that's what was the issue.
Yeah. Did it just need the white tape?
Oh no, I just tightened the crap out of it with a pipe wrench.
Yeah. The other thing you could do is you could pull it off and put some of that white tape, and then thread it back in.
Yeah, that's right. I thought about doing that.
Oh my God, pilot! How are you going to survive? There's an ice house shortage in Milwaukee.
Pray for you.
I don't know how he's going to make it. Are you going to be able to pull through, pilot? Oh, we went to a holistic farmers market yesterday. Me and Jess.
Oh, yeah.
Because Jess does a little, unconventional well, hello. We need to hear that sound more often during our live stream. I'm not sure if you can hear it. You probably can't hear it.
No, I heard it through yours, but
you could hear it through mine.
Vaguely.
We just Sebastian just subscribed, so we got to hear the lovely LS.
Oh, holy crap! He's stream boss.
Yeah, that's all it takes. If you subscribe during the live stream and whatever, you will kick a stream boss.
So what you're saying is I need to unsubscribe at some point.
I don't know if that'll work. I don't know if that actually works, but that's a really cheesy way of doing that.
I know. I would do that as a joke, but that's about it.
Well, I mean, I figured that this live stream would get big enough that that would happen more often, but it doesn't. It happens very rare. Very rarely do I have that happen during the live stream, that somebody stumbles across this live stream that isn't already subscribed to subscribe during the live stream.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. Like
most of the time I get subscriptions. Yeah, most of the time I get subscriptions, it's during the week and not during the actual live stream.
Yeah, well, like when I've seen, that's only the second time I've seen that, because the other time was me. Yeah. Forever ago. So
So, Robert's Garage. Sorry, you're no longer the stream boss. We now have a new one. Now, normally the stream boss gets their YouTube channel posted up on my what is that? Not requested, but suggested YouTube. Yeah, recommended YouTube channels. Yeah. Sebastian, I can either put your channel, which I don't know if you have content, or I can put the Mighty TA up as the top requested YouTube channel. That's up to you. But normally whoever's the stream boss gets put up at the very top of the list. It's kind of an added perk for being the stream boss.
Wow, I rolled a 1. How sad is that?
You rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1.
Did it win?
No.
You would think that would win, because you just lost twice.
Yeah, that's
You're just hemorrhaging points.
Yes, I am. I won, I think, like twice tonight. That's just sad.
I think you just need to like cut your losses tonight.
Probably.
Oh my god.
I'll do the heist with them off cooldown at 39 seconds.
So I have found a new thing for my Streamlabs that I can have like transitions that I can preset that don't transition right when I click them. So I think I'm gonna start coming up with some other cool transitions and stuff for in between different segments, like what's in the cup or whatever, and then have them ready to go and just click them. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Hey,
so we can have different segments. I also want to do I also want to do like a like 5-minute intermissions here and there, because sitting here for freaking what is it, sometimes 3 hours. Be nice to be able to put in an intermission in there, so anybody who needs to get a drink or go to the bathroom while we're up here on live, you have that opportunity. You guys kind of do, because you guys can just pop off. It's a little harder for me to pop off at being the host.
Yeah, well, even being on the side here when I'm the only one, it seems like for every single time, it seems like I'm one of the only ones here. So,
well, the thing is it's a lot of things. Like, Elliot now has another thing to demand his attention.
This is true.
And that will eat into time, and that's understandable. No way am I coming in between that. Chris has now switched jobs, so his schedule isn't the same every week. Let's see who else. I don't know what. I think Cletus, he ended up. It's his busy season for his car lot. Makes sense. He ends up doing more of that stuff, and just some of the other stuff like Matt MPG. His work schedule changed. Now he wasn't a regular while you were on. He was a regular back when I lived at my old house. But his job hours changed, which means that he had to be up early on Monday. So that left Sunday live stream. Ooh, excuse me. Sunday live stream's a little late for him. Now, I mean, could I do my live streams on a different night? I could, but this night works the best for me.
Yeah. Oh, here's the thing. It should be the most convenience for you more than anything else, right?
To a point. But, obviously if it's super convenient for me, but it's not convenient for the people watching the live stream, well, then it's not going to do very well. So it's a balance. You got to find a night that works good for but the problem is if I go to some of the other nights, I have too much competition with other live streams.
Yeah, I mean, you have like, I think 2 tonight, which that would be like some bigger channels, like what the hell is this channel name?
I think Alan has one that's about the same time as mine. I don't know if his is going on right now or not. Let me know if that air conditioner, if you can hear it. I just turned it on because I was freaking sweating to death up here.
I can hear it, but it's not like impeding anything. I can still hear you just fine. So it's not like distorting your mic by any means. I mean, I get it. I have a cat on my lap, and I might just open the window behind me.
All right. Let's see who's live right now.
Because there'd be the Sunday night live stream from
DD Speed Shop is on right now.
Yes, and there would be, I can't think of, it's a really big YouTuber. I can't think of what his name is. Car YouTuber. He does Mopars a lot. I can't think of what it is.
Is that DD Speed Shop?
No, it's another one. I can't think of his name right now.
It's not coming up on mine.
Let me look.
Through my suggested live streams, and it's not coming up. Well, hello. We got Jeff back.
Oh,
welcome back, Jeff. Hello. Welcome back. So,
hello. Welcome back.
Your cameraman got you a spot on my recommended YouTube channel list. He subscribed during a live stream, which kicked my stream boss, which was Robert's Garage, and he's been there for a month and a half. So you kicked a fellow chatter that's been on my live stream. I mean, on my stream boss for a month and a half. Got him kicked off and got you a spot on the recommended list. So I will do that after the live stream. I'll put. In fact, actually, you know what? I can do that right now. I think.
You'll forget. You'll forget after live.
Yeah. Let me turn this computer on over here, and I can do it from this computer over here. Because if I do it from over here, it's going to mess with stuff. But yeah, whoever has the stream boss. Which if you are you watching the live stream itself?
I was while I was. What the hell am I going on? Okay, now I can.
That's actually better. That's if you do it that way. Like normally, what our people do is if they're on a computer, they'll have both the StreamYard, and all you have to have is the StreamYard open. And then normally what they'll do is they'll also have the YouTube channel open to follow the chat. But if you're on your phone, that makes it almost damn near impossible, unless you have a separate phone.
Yeah, I typically do.
All I have is a phone.
No laptop?
Yeah.
No, I have no laptop. I do everything, all the editing, all the filming, everything off of this phone.
Is Jeff there with you? I mean, not Jeff. You are Jeff. Is Sebastian there with you?
No, Sebastian's at his house. I took him to his place. Yeah, he doesn't want to be on live stream. He just wants to be the camera guy.
No, I'm saying if you had that, you could follow the chat on his. The only other thing I can say is if you have like an Xbox or something that has YouTube, you can also follow. PS4 should do it. If you open the live stream up on the PS4, you could probably follow the chat if it displays the chat up on the screen like my Xbox does. You just got to make sure that the live stream is muted, because if not,
I'd have to mute that, or I'd get feedback.
Yeah, you'd have to mute it. That's what we all do.
Yeah.
Like, I have the live stream open now, so I could follow the chat. Kat has it open probably on her phone.
Yeah, like I have it on my phone right now. And
that's what we
usually
all do.
I have it. Well, usually I have it the opposite way around. Usually it's my phone that's the actual camera itself, because it has way better resolution than this. And it has a better mic than what I'm using. And it's on a tripod, then I have my computer up to show the chat. Typically is what I do.
Yeah, and the thing is you'll find that you'll do it even with yourself. You'll find that you'll end up coming with a setup that works for you. My setup has evolved well over time. When I first started doing this, it was just the camera on my laptop and the mic from my laptop and just the laptop screen. Not that you guys can, well, I can show you a little bit. I now have one monitor there with my computer. Have a second one right there. You can just see the keyboard to it. So I have two computers running right now. I have use the webcam for the camera. I have a snowball for my mic. Right now I'm using Bluetooth headphones so I can hear without my mic picking up like your guys's chit chat back and forth. But yeah, there's a lot of things that and my computer setup went from this 2011 laptop to like a $3,000 custom computer. So I have upgraded over the time.
Right. But like I said, I do everything on this phone. The animation, the opening sequence that I do every week, I animated that myself.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what I do.
I'm only on I'm only on the YouTube, and I have the one Facebook group, and that's it.
I will tell you, be on as many different social media platforms as you can get on.
Yeah,
and post to all of them.
Yeah, like, because what I do, because just from personal experience and I've done tests as well of compared to, okay, not advertising myself, and I do free advertising of just joining groups and posting my videos in them, right? The thing is, I've done tests of it showing, okay, I might get 20 or 30 views in an hour if I don't post it anywhere. If I post it in places, I can get as much as, about 300 views in 1 hour. So it does make a big difference to do that. And you'll get more subscribers that way too. And I'm not a big channel either. Like, I have 944 subscribers right now. But like, when I first started doing these with Sean there, I was only at about 600, and that was what, 3 months
You have
ago
126 subscribers, right there, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the right channel.
All right. Well, he's gonna get more.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
I try to keep my restoration videos kind of lighthearted,
Mm-hmm.
But I still got to edit what I shot yesterday before I can post it. But I kind of lost my temper. I had to cut the camera a few times because
it happens. Or any automotive guy will know that.
Oh, trust me, been there, done that. And the thing is, what you'll notice with my channel very quickly is I do very minimal editing. So a lot of my stuff is me talking about cars and stuff like that. But even when I'm working on the cars, it's usually one continuous shot. So the videos can be lengthy on mine at times. However,
I try to keep mine to about 10, 15 minutes, just something, it's just something that I keep the car going, keep the channel going, something each weekend between my personal taxi service I do for my friends and my job. Saturday's like the only day I have free. And
Yeah.
sometimes I gotta take this. You'll notice that camera guy is in some of the videos, and then all of a sudden he's gone because we had to break, take him to work, and I'm able to come back for a few more hours, and I got to wrap for the day.
Well, if you guys, if you happen to pop on the channel, you'll see that you are on the top of my check out these other channels list.
Oh, nice. My nephew from last season.
127 subscribers.
yeah.
Thank you. My nephew from last season, he moved down to Kentucky, so I don't have him anymore. I try to get a new co-host or co-star every week, and sometimes just people just they're busy or they don't want to be in the show. Camera. Right. I have one guy who wants to.
I used to have people that used to help me, but they either we've drifted apart or they moved away. So it's just me at the moment. But then again, I haven't been able to make content because I haven't had a garage.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you know Chris, you might know Chris, Jeff. He's Firebird Nation on YouTube, but he has a bunch of second gens, and his girlfriend has a first gen, I do believe.
Nice.
No, it's an early second gen. Oh my God! They're talking to pilot's talking about the Mayweather fight. Apparently, is being bootlegged on the Twitch channels.
Is he really surprised by that? Like,
what?
I mean, like, is anybody really surprised by that?
No.
To hear that? Like, although I am just surprised that he hasn't just been knocked out already. So come on now.
I have no idea. I don't follow boxing, so.
Well, the thing,
I didn't know boxing until about 20 minutes ago.
Well, the thing is, Kate, Mayweather is a professional fighter. He's like been world champion.
Oh, is it Logan Paul?
Yes.
He's not. I mean, no offense, Logan Paul has not. He's not been a slouch.
No, but he's not a boxer. He's not.
Sometimes that's a plus thing though, because sometimes when you bring somebody that's not been brought up in a sport into a sport, it introduces new techniques and new fighting styles or new styles in general, and it throws the professionals into for a loop because they're not used to that style or whatever, because it's not standard, it's not it's not what's taught.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I get that, but it's like, the thing is, with somebody who has done this their whole career, and then one guy that is trained for maybe 2 months.
But he's also getting older, isn't he? Mayweather's got to be older.
He's getting up there. He's not that old, though.
It makes you slower.
I mean, he might be in his late 30s. I mean, Logan Paul's in his 20s, but...
It makes you slower.
It just... Yeah, I'm surprised that this actually went down due to the fact that it's just like, it was clearly a clickbait thing by far, just to be like, hey, okay.
It's not Logan Paul's first fight.
It's not his first, I know that.
He has done very well in several fights. So, I don't know. Just because he's not a professional brought up in the sport, don't make him not as good.
It would just surprise me that if he won that fight.
Jeff, what is your where are you heading with your car next?
I watched one of your videos actually and tried to figure out if I could do the key ignition swap, because if you watch my last video, I had a hard time just turning my car on, because the key or something is binding up inside the column. So I thought it might have been a tumbler or something gone bad in the ignition, and I still can't get that key out.
I think it's the cylinder itself, because as soon as you pull that bolt that you're talking about, so if for those of you guys that don't know, there's really only two things that hold that that cylinder in the column. There's the bolt and then the tumblers themselves. So once you pull that bolt out, you have to turn the key to a certain point to pull it out.
Right. It said it must be in the on position. It must be in park and in the on position.
Right. Then that's what lets lets it slide out.
I've completely disassembled that column, so there is no park anymore.
Right, but the problem is there's a pin that when you're in park, that slides up and down. Okay, so if you're not in that
I've seen the pin move up and down. The pin is still intact.
Right, but you have to push that pin in a certain spot for it to be able to release the cylinder has to be in a certain position. So you have to meet all of the requirements to be able to free that column, unless it actually is literally binding up in something inside there for some reason.
Well, I bought the column a few years ago. I want to say about 2015. I bought the column off of John at the graveyard, the second gen graveyard or whatever it's called. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's the second gen graveyard.
Yeah, I bought the column off of him, and it's been in a box since then. And this week was actually the first time I've actually even opened the box. It's just been sitting in the trunk.
Yeah. I think you need to literally sit down and, instead of just getting frustrated with it, literally sit down and move the pieces, and try to put them where they need to be as best as possible. With it all park now, it's hard for you to find park. As where the pin would be in the park position.
Right.
And then like I said, you also got to make sure that the key is in the right position. Now, you can put the key in the on position, but if something's not working right inside of the cylinder, it may not be turning the cylinder into the on position, which might also be your issue.
And I was going to say, with those automatics, because, I mean, obviously I'm not as familiar with the GMs compared to, the Fords, but because as well, shouldn't you be able to shift it into neutral and have it start as well? Or does it have to be
No, it's not a matter of starting. He's trying to get the locking cylinder out of the column.
Oh,
yes, the column came in a box. I put the column in a vise, took all the nuts and bolts out of it, took all the slide rods out, all the wiring out of it.
And the video
Now
that he's talking about is where I actually replaced my locking cylinder. That was the video that I did that in. There was a whole reason I took that column apart.
Next thing you know, he's holding his hand.
Well, yeah, it's because I couldn't. The thing is you need
I
to
understand holding the camera and trying to do the whole thing at the same time.
It was a phone.
Right.
I had an Android, like the actual droid androids, and I was sitting here holding the camera in my chin while I was filming. So, you know what I mean? There's only so much you can do. And I have so much hate in those early videos because, like, I didn't have a tripod. I didn't have anything. You know, I didn't have anybody else to help me. So everything that I did was myself. So there's certain things where you had to put the camera down to be able to do it because you need two hands for that. Because one, you're trying to turn the thing with that, and you know, and you're trying to whatever with the other hand. So I needed my hand, so I had to put the camera down.
Well, yeah,
but it was. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say actually, in one of I've done a few of these point of view drive videos on my channel. There's I think 5 or 6 of them, and the thing is, somebody made a drinking game in the comments apparently of how many times the phone would fall over because I didn't have a dash mount at the time while going down the road. It just happened constantly.
That's fine because guess what? That promotes fucking comments in your video.
Oh yeah, I was just laughing though. They made a drinking game out of it. It's like, oh my god. You know, it would only happen like 2 or 3 times per video, but it's funny.
But Jeff, it was exactly that easy. It didn't even need to show because as soon as I pulled that bolt out and turned the key into the right position, it slid right out. Now I was replacing the keys.
I'll get back to it this Saturday because, like I said, I'm working all week. I might be able to sneak over there. Maybe after work.
Honestly, I'd bring the column home and tinker with it, you know, a few minutes at a time on, you know, don't know if you can work on your dining room table because my girlfriend don't care. You know, I rebuilt a whole Dodge transmission on my kitchen table. If you haven't watched that video.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It's really funny labeled because it's I think it's labeled "My Wife Will Kill Me" or something like that. Even though she's the one that suggested it, it was just clickbaity, you know, thumbnail. Because I was doing it outside in the weather, just outside the front door of the house. She's like, "Why aren't you doing this inside instead of outside where you have to close up every time it rains?" I was like, "Because I thought you'd yell at me if I did it on the table." She's like, "No, get in here and get it done." Needless to say, 4 years later, the truck is now finally back together and driving. Well, for the most part. Still got a couple things I gotta fix, but that transmission threw me for a loop for a while. But yeah, it should be that easy. It should you put it in the on position. It's in park, and that bolt is out because that bolt is what locks it in place. Because it slides down through, and it fits into a little notch in the
right. That's what it looked like on your video. It looked like it was just like a half-threaded nut, and it just had a notch on it. And when she took that out, it looked like it was just slide right out. But
no, it's a full-threaded bolt. But what it does is that bolt goes down through, and there's a groove in the cylinder. That when the bolts push down through, it keeps that groove kind of, you know what I mean? This is the bolt. Right. There's a groove, and it keeps it from pulling past the screw. But yeah, it should slide right out when it's done. Like I said, unless something's busted or something which is causing it to hang up inside of that casing.
Well, that's the one that's currently in the car. That's that one's problem. It's like binding up. You hear a crunching noise. I don't know if it's tumblers, the locking mechanism itself. It's like if I don't pull it back one notch, the starter will stay engaged.
Yeah, you got something busted in that cylinder.
Right.
So whatever is busted might be keeping it from pulling out.
Well, I haven't even tackled that one. I can't get a steering wheel puller to pull that one apart. I rented one from AutoZone, but it was like missing parts, and bolts were bent and bolts were stripped and everything was a piece of junk. They still charged me $30 for the damn thing.
Oh, as soon as you take it back, you get $30.
No, we
back,
did.
But...
We got our money back, but we ran out of time for that day. So
sometimes
we left the video just kind of hanging, and
sometimes
Anthony,
you can pull them without a puller.
What's that?
Sometimes you can pull them without a puller, but it's a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I've only pulled one steering wheel, and it was actually with a homemade puller, which is interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. You just need something to push against the center, and then 2 screws to thread into the holes in the steering wheel.
Well, this one, how it was, because how it had to be done was, you did that, and instead of tightening like a center nut or something like that, you smack it with a hammer. That's how it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Which
sometimes a lot of them you just have to smack with a hammer. But you see, I had to make my own tool to get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make one of those myself. To get
you realize what that was?
That
was a handle to some kind of utensil for my grill, and I just drilled a hole down through the center of it and bent it, and boom, bada bing. That's it. I made my own tool for pulling the lock ring out of the transmission as well. It was 3 bolts welded together, and that's it. It's welded together in like a tripod, and that's all I used. I make a lot of my own tools because it's like the zip tie video I have, the compressing the door springs with a clamp and some zip ties. I keep getting so much hate on that video, but I could buy the tool for cheaper than you bought those zip ties for. I don't know where the hell these people are getting zip ties that 3 zip ties cost more than $10.
Truck stops, they're gouge places. You need a roll of duct tape. For 10 feet of duct tape, you're paying $25 for it. Ridiculous.
Yeah, but I don't know anybody who's a backyard mechanic that doesn't have a few zip ties laying in their toolbox somewhere.
Oh hell! I have zip ties in my purse.
I have zip ties. There's zip ties in both of the Kias. I know there's some zip ties in my truck. I have zip ties in my toolbox. And it cost me 3 zip ties to do that video. 3 zip ties to do that video, which a couple cents. I mean, I don't even know, like, to buy like 10 or 15 zip ties can't cost more than $2 or $3, even at Harbor Freight.
No, like, unless if you're getting those really, really badass zip ties that are like
why would you get those? Why would you get them if you're just going to cut them and knock them off in 5 minutes?
Oh, exactly.
The whole point is it's not supposed to be expensive.
No, exactly. Like, there are some zip ties that are like stupidly expensive, but that's because they're designed to like hold down freight on a flatbed trailer. Like, they're badass zip ties. They're like $20 a piece. But there's a reason why they're $20 a piece. Like, you're not using one of those.
But the thing is, just like they get these people that comment like, I'll just go out and go buy the tool for $10 or whatever. Number one, why would you go buy the tool if you're going to use it once or twice? It makes no sense. If you're doing this every day where you're pulling those door springs out all the frickin' time, yeah, go get the damn tool. But if this is something that you're doing in your backyard, you had to replace the bushings in your door or something, you just need to throw the door back on, there's no point in getting the tool. And besides, when I made that video, that tool was not readily available in stores. I made that video way back in like 2014. And when I learned how to do that, it was like back in like 2001, 2002, somewhere around there. The only way to get that tool was a body shop supply store. They didn't sell them at like O'Reilly's and Advanced Auto Parts and stuff like that. You'd have to actually get it from Snap-on or something. The door spring tool. So yeah, it wasn't exactly easy to get then. But even still, if you're in a bind, the other thing that sucks is trying to go get parts or tools anywhere anymore. You end up having to buy them online, and then you got to wait for it. So if you're trying to get your door back on this weekend, a couple zip ties and a few freaking minutes of your time, or waiting till next weekend to get your door back on.
Well, yeah, like, to this point, I haven't had to make any tools yet. Anything that I've required, I've either had or like I don't have any specialty tools at all. Like the most specialty tools I have is an impact with impact actual socket.
I don't even have an impact right now.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad.
Everything I have is everything I have is manual tools. I have a couple air tools. I have a die grinder and a cutoff wheel, but I have no air compressor right now.
See, so I have the opposite problem. Useless. I have an air compressor, but I don't have air tools. So that.
But
I have an air compressor and some air tools, but I always end up misplacing stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually my father-in-law's garage. That's where I've been keeping the car since 2003.
That's kind of where I was at. I was at my girlfriend's grandfather's garage, but we had a falling out, so I had to move all of my stuff quite quickly. But anyway, that zip tie video, the zip tie door spring hack, it's made me $20 in the last 28 days. I had put that video up years ago. I got $20. That paid for my zip ties. That could have paid for the tool, actually. But I mean, like, lifetime. Does it give me lifetime? Yeah, it does. Where is that at? That video alone has made me $1,000.
Nice. Yeah.
Actually, $944 that video has made me.
Wow, the exact same amount of subscribers I have.
It took me 10 minutes to film it, and probably even less to edit it and put it up. And free zip ties.
Nice.
So, like, to be honest, people can hate on that video all they want. I have made my money back on it.
Oh, well, the thing is, I can hate on myself all the time, but honestly, I don't care. Because the thing is, like, I don't care what people think on my channel, because here's the thing. I'm making it my way. If you don't like it, well, you don't have to subscribe. You don't have to watch the video.
Exactly. You do not have to participate.
And if you want to...
It's getting on to 11 o'clock at night. I got to work in the morning, so I'm going to...
See you later.
I'm going to say goodnight. I'll subscribe to Catherine's Garage over here. Christina, what is it?
Katarina.
Katrina's Garage, okay.
Katarina.
We call her Kat because her name is really confusing to say when you're not used to saying it.
Yeah. What is it?
You can just call me Kat, it's fine.
Yeah. But it's Katarina's.
Oh, Katarina?
Like kind of like the Pontiacs, the Catalina. But it's Katarina.
It's actually named after an island.
There you go. You're an island girl.
Where is this island you speak of? I want
Catalina Islands off the coast of California.
Ah.
But all right, we'll catch you next time here, Jeff. And
all right, guys, I'll edit this video probably tomorrow sometime and get it posted. So.
Alrighty.
All right, I'm good.
Keep my eye out for it.
You guys have a good night, y'all.
You too.
You too.
See you later.
See you around.
Right, bye.
Oh.
Man,
And then there was two.
It'll always be. We might end up here soon, ending it soon anyway, because it is 11. Oh. So, yeah, if you haven't checked out the Mighty TA, you can find his channel and a recommended channels list if you can't search for it. Definitely want to thank Sebastian and Jeff for both joining us tonight. And like I said, we got Jesse and we got Pilot. I know I saw Robert's Garage up on here. Who else did I see? We saw Rust Belt Mechanic. Is there anyone else?
Trying to think of anybody else. I think that was about it.
I think we had a fun time for the last 2 hours.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I think that was it. Oh, we had Andy. Andy was here, but before we went live.
Yeah, because we were having issues.
But all right, we'll catch you guys next week, and well, I may or may not be on next week. It depends on how I feel, because I'm having another one of those forced overnight awakes at my work that I didn't ask for.
All of that's joyous.
Yeah, Saturday and a Sunday, I was told basically either I have to send one of my staff to work that shift. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Damn. Anyway. So basically I was told either I have to send one of my staff up to cover that shift at another home, or I have to staff it myself. Well, considering 2 of my staff are already working at my house at that time, the 3rd one can't work overnights, and the 4th one, that's one of his only 2 days off. So
Nice.
Basically they're just saying, yeah, you're working it. Which is also only one of my only 2 days off as well, so...
So it seems like you're going to be doing these every other week now.
No, hopefully not, because it's going to get old.
Yeah, well, lately it's been that way.
But yeah, and it's like I said, it's not voluntary. This is a mandated shift, which should be against the law in healthcare.
You think so?
Here in Pennsylvania, it is. But it's one of those things, you do what you're told to do, and you fight it later. Because, you know... And I thought I had a weird sneeze.
That's not a sneeze.
Oh, it's a hiccup. You got it?
Okay, those. Yeah, I'm good. I hate that because I can't breathe when that happens.
Oh yeah, I used to get hiccups really bad.
Okay, I'm good.
Though it's nothing compared to that. What was that? There was a girl a while back that got hiccups for like 3 years straight.
What?
Literally hiccups for 3 years, didn't stop. One continuous bout of hiccups for 3 years.
Yeah, that's no fun.
No. But you could probably Google it if you said if you look up for like the girl who couldn't stop hiccuping or something like that. I'm sure it comes up. Yeah. But yeah.
Yes. See, mine used to go for like doing that, but like constantly every about second or so for about 30 or 40 seconds. So by the end of that, I could barely breathe, and at times I've had to take my inhaler.
Yeah, like basically hyperventilate you.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. You know, like that was mild compared to what I usually or did get before.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna head on out of here and catch you guys later, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, appreciate y'all coming out. See you next time.